Hi, the pros and cons of this leveling system. Some people think or under the impression that if you put a leveling clip behind your tile, it's going to create a void in the thin set, which is going to create a weak spot in that corner of your tile. There's no gaps or voids by using these leveling clips. If the tile has gaps or voids behind it, after you've back buttered them, as well as you've put your thin set on the wall, you're also putting thin set on the back of your tile on these big tiles. These are 18 by 18s. There is no gaps. And so these leveling clips that go behind it on the edge, you're not going to have any voids. And if your tile in general, if there happens to be any gaps around the edge, you just fill them in with your thin set. It's not a big deal. So who's ever said this, they haven't used them. So that's to take care of that misnomer. At the same time, when you use this leveling system, I forgot to mention it when I was talking about the clips and how they're used. I left this information out. So you also, as you are using these clips, you're going to want to put your hands on the tile, and you do this anyway, no matter if you're using these clips or not. When you know, that is, excuse me. You put your hand on your tile, and you shake it, and you tap on it. You take your rubber mallet, and you pound on it, and you pound pretty good. And so you're using a combination of a rubber mallet anyway, as well as shaking the tile, pressing as you're shaking it, using the rubber mallet all at the same time in some cases. These clips are not miracle workers. They need your assistance in order to do the miracles. The other thing that I left out when I was talking about the band here on the wall at the top here is when you use this band, it wants to kind of pull down because of the spaces that's in it, and it's on a fiberglass mesh backing anyway, so it's not solid. It's gonna give, so it wants to kind of droop and twist, and it's just bad. It's ugly. So what you do is you start putting in these clips. Then after they're up, you want to take your drywall knife and you want to work these edges and clean them out so that you don't have to fight with it the next day, because it would be very laborious to have to do this without them cleaned out. So you've set your clips, these spacers in there, those are 16th inch, and you clean this out so that you can grout in here. And I'm twisting my blade slightly upward to catch the bottom edge of that tile in the band here, and then downwards on the bottom, because this is where your grout goes, and it adds a lot of nice detail to the overall picture of the band. In the kitchen, it's called a backsplash. This isn't really a backsplash. This is more just for detailing, and so it gives it character. I guess some might call it a pop of color. But you see where it's dry in here right now, it is quite a bit of work get this out of here. Which I'm going to have to go through and catch every single one of these. But I did it last night. They could have been full and solid, just like you see right here. That's solid, and that's, you got to really work at it to get it out. So I got some work ahead of me in order to get these out and clean it, because I didn't get it last night right here. I focused on the long runs, not the joints between where they butt up against each other. I should have got these, but as you see, it takes a little work, but you can definitely get it cleaned out where it looks good. But you see, it's also work. You know, and here, again, I'll give you a close-up here of it, turning it towards this edge as I'm coming down. Okay. Then I'm going to go over this with the sponge, of course. And you see here, I've got a high spot here. At that point, you don't want to chip your tile. And it's hard to do my own videotaping. Fortunately, for now, it's how I got to do it. But sharing the information, the knowledge, is more important than having somebody doing it professionally. So, got to get over it. I got to just do what I got to do so I can share this information, because it makes all the difference. All right, so as you see, you want to do this while it's wet. You want to take a sponge and wipe it down as you go. Makes life a lot easier the next day, as you can see. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. Comment. Can't hurt my feelings, remember. And looking forward to seeing you again. All right, looking forward to hearing from you. So take care. Bye for now. God bless and keep looking up.